Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Timothy and on the channel we speak everything personal finance. And in today's video, we have another reaction. Now, I've really been enjoying these reactions and I want to make these a staple in my channel where we're not reacting to multiple videos, but we're reacting to one video and just seeing how much we can break down in it, seeing what we can pull from it and get some kind of financial education from it. And in today's video, this woman is going to be talking about how she paid off $130,000 in student loans.
My name is Trevelia Rodriguez. I'm 28 years old. I'm a certified anesthesiologist assistant, and here are some tips and tricks I did to pay off my student loans of $130,000 within a year and a half.
So a certified anesthesiologist assistant. Let's see how much an anesthesiologist assistant makes and see if these loans are incongruent, see if these loans make sense to the amount of money that she makes. I mean, she must make a good amount of money if she paid off $130,000 in student loans in 1.5 years. But we also don't know her living situation, what her expenses were looking like as well. So let's see how much an anesthesiologist assistant makes. So I'm here on Google and I'm seeing anesthesiologist assistant. And right here, salary.com says $43,000 to $55,000 a year. Is that accurate? Okay, anesthesiologist assistant salary $225,000, $225,500 and $500. So about $225,000 a year for a top earner. The average is $140,000 for an anesthesiologist assistant. Wow, that's crazy. $241,000 per year, $340,000 per year. Seems like it's kind of like all over the place. I mean, are there any anesthesiologist assistants out there? How much are you making? How much does an anesthesiologist assistant make? The salary for an anesthesiologist assistant is $122,000 per year, $59 per hour. But then how much school do you have to do? So let's see, how much school does an anesthesiologist assistant need? 6 to 8 years. It's not bad. So you do 4 years and then you do another 4 years. Okay. You see the pay kind of lines up with the amount of debt that she's in. I mean, she could be making 140 to 200,000 plus dollars a year, and she went to debt for $130,000. Now, what she did, I assume, is super smart by paying this money off super fast. I mean, in 1.5 years to pay this amount of money off is crazy. But let's see what tips she has for us to pay our debts off. I'm sure some people watching have student loans. So let's just see what she has.
So I suggest, one, you set a budget and a goal number that you want to hit each month with paying off your student loans, and make it like a game.
Yeah, always set a budget. You have to have a budget for everything. And I'm huge in budgets. I always talk about budgets and why you need to have one. Now, one of the best budgets that I talk about is the 50-30-20 rule. I'm sure she has her own budget and does it her own way. But I think the 50-30-20 rule is the best way to save money and also spend in important areas. So you have to have a budget. A budget is the basis of anything that you want to pay off. You want to pay off your credit cards, you want to pay off anything, you need to create a budget. Every dollar has to have a name. Every dollar has to have a location of where it needs to go.
Is living with roommates.
That's it right there.
But I think it's worth it. Even if it's just for 1 year, it can really put you ahead. That's what I did, and I would do it again. Every time.
Then that's what I was telling you guys. We didn't know her living situation. We didn't know her expenses. And there's your answer. Living with a roommate. I'm telling you guys that housing is one of the biggest expenses that you will have in your budget. Housing will literally make or break you. Some people have $2,500 payments, $3,000 payments, $2,000 payments, when they don't have to. You can have a roommate. You can live in a lower cost of living area. You don't have to live in these places where you're paying $2,000 to rent a 1-bedroom apartment. You can have a roommate situation like she did. Imagine she's in a 2-bedroom that costs $2,000. She split it down the middle with someone. Now she's paying $1,000 a month, making $150,000 to $200,000 a year. That's how you can pay this stuff off super fast. And that's how I'm paying my stuff off super fast. But I'm not really prioritizing the paying off of debt right now, because I'd rather put the money that I make into the stock market, because the stock market's on fire right now. The stocks are on fire. My debt the interest rate on my debt is like 4%, but I'm getting, 10+% gains on my money in the stock market. So housing is the best way to lower your expenses, and that's something I'm doing with house hacking. Definitely, if you guys are able to house hack in your market, look to do so. But that is the best way to lower your expenses and to pay off some of these things that you have, is to take care of your housing. It's a short sacrifice for a long-term gain.
Another thing that I did was I used credit cards. I'm still a person, I wanted to have a lot of fun while paying off my student loans. So I used credit cards for cash back and to help me in terms of paying for travel as I was paying down my student loans. Another thing,
I mean, yeah, credit cards are something, but the amount of money that you have to actually spend on a credit card to get a certain amount of cash back, a lot of times it's not really worth it. So I wouldn't really put too much focus on using credit cards and using those points, especially if you're in debt. You don't want to keep building the credit cards. She's talking about student loans. Student loans is not really connected to your credit card accounts. So yeah, you can use credit cards or student loans. Just make sure you pay them off every month. But if you're in credit card debt, I would not recommend that you spend more money on credit cards to build points, because it's really not that much of a difference when you think about it. Oh yeah, just pay those credit cards off. Don't use them. Don't worry about the points.
I did was have a friend that was also in the same situation, and we kept each other accountable. And if my friend was working a lot and putting a lot of money towards his loans, I felt like I could do the same, and just we kind of kept each other accountable and pushed each other to pay off our student loans.
So yeah, I mean, it's always great to have someone that's in the same situation as you, someone that can hold you accountable. Find someone that's in the same situation. There's so many forums and Facebook groups out here of people that are paying off debt or in their debt journey that you can connect with and kind of pull motivation from them. So this girl really did it right. She did everything that she could to pay off these loans. So she is now possibly debt free, besides maybe she has a mortgage, or I don't know, but she's debt free, and that's where you want to get. You want to be debt free, so you're not bound to anybody. You don't owe anybody, and that's something I'm debt free. Besides my loans, I'm debt free, but I'm not gonna pay those off, and I'll be paying those off within the next 4 years. I'm putting a good amount of money to it, but I'm putting a majority of my money in stock market. The yield on the stocks that I'm getting compared to the interest rate of my loans is just more on the stock side. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys were able to take something from this video. And if you were able to take something from this video, then I would want you to take the fact that you need to lower your expenses if you're going to pay off your debts. Now, her student loans definitely matches the amount of income that she'll be earning. I mean, to go into $130,000 of debt is a lot, but when your potential to earn, $200,000 plus, it makes it somewhat worth it, especially when you paid off in 1.5 years. I mean, it took her 8 years to build that up, and she paid off in 1.5 years by lowering her expenses. So lower your expenses, go live with a roommate. You got to control the big three. The big three, I'm almost done. The big three: housing, food, transportation. If you can control those things, you will be able to pay off a lot of debt, and you'll be able to save and invest a lot of money. So take control of your housing. Go get a roommate. Try to house hack. That's it. Getting a roommate is house hacking. So if you have an apartment, see if one of your friends want to move in with you. It is a sacrifice. It might be uncomfortable, but you will save more money in the end. And then control your food. Shop at cheaper grocery stores like Aldi. Stop going out to eat. And then control your transportation. Stay away from those $700 car loans. Don't be the average person in the US. We are above average on this channel, especially if you're tuning in. We are above average, and we're going to be getting those used cars and hopefully paying for them in cash, or paying for them on a 3-year loan term and putting down 20% and making sure the payment is not 8 or 10% more of our income. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like and subscribe to my channel, but also reach out to me. I want to hear from you guys. I want to talk finances. I love talking finances. I just love talking about money and seeing what everyone's doing. I like getting into people's business, especially when it comes to finances. So if you want to reach out, you can reach out to me with my email, put it around here. And also you can find my email in the description. So I hope you have a good one, and see you guys in the next video.